Hey guys, Lord here, back again with another action figure review of yet another old-ass body butt from the DC Multiverse line. This, of course, is the Wal-Mart exclusive. Oh, jeez. Hal Jordan Green Lantern. From what? I actually do not know. I'm going to have to double-check that before I post this, but either way, it's a Wal-Mart exclusive gold label, nonetheless, brought to us by the fine folks over at McFarlane Toys, and is essentially a second chance to get Hal Jordan on this body buck. He was initially released like this in the 2-pack with the Dawnbreaker from Dark Knight's Metal, and is now re-released in this really cool metallic green. I still kind of want that 2-pack version, but I feel like this is literally the same figure with different accessories. The other one came with the John Stewart chest armor, which I actually wish he still had, but whatever. Backpack and Gatling gun, because that was before Warner Bros. Were a bunch of cuckold bitches and didn't want McFarlane Toys to put guns with their toys anymore. Kind of freaking stupid considering how many DC characters use guns, but whatever. But yeah, it's basically a second chance at that. I don't have to get a figure I already had, and that's cool with me, I guess. That said, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all Hal Jordan has to offer in terms of accessories, starting off with the collectible trading card. Just bio on the back. Now, unlike Superman, I assume some people may or may not know who Green Lantern is, so I don't think you're living completely under a rock, but you're getting there. You know, the rock is getting closer, as they say. Can you smell what he's cooking? See what I did there? I won't do that thing I used to do in my Masters of the Universe videos, just so I don't piss off evil villain, but, you know, sometimes that's fun. That said, he also comes with a big old honkin' boxing glove, which actually has a peg in it. It doesn't just slip over the arm, so you actually have to take this hand off, which is easy enough to do, but I will say, if you're taking this off, you're going to want to pop the arm off. That's the only way to get it off without jacking things up. And we also have this really cool, like, super retro looking jetpack. I like that quite a bit. But again, I wish he had that chest armor because the peg is long enough. There's clearance for that. Maybe that's why they figured some people would have the older Hal Jordan from that Dawnbreaker 2-pack and would just mix and match the parts. I'm glad you think our pockets are bottomless, Todd, but they're freaking not, so suck my ass. That should have came with this. But at any rate, taking Hal Jordan off the hockey puck display stand, we're used to seeing with all McFarlane Toys releases, because no, he does not come with a flight stand, unlike the Superman we looked at yesterday, which, you know, not to be premature or nothing, but here he is. Normally I bring these guys out on the stands, but I only have the one stand. All my other stands are put away because I'm trying to make faith, because McFarlane won't stop making figures and taking my money. You don't have to buy them. Shut up. That's not the point. Take a look-see at Hal Jordan. And again, old-ass body buck. We got this guy, Action Comics Superman, DC Comics Superman, whatever it is. We got that Wally West Flash using the old Flash buck. Nightwing using the old Nightwing buck. Shazam using the old Shazam buck. Or the Vampire Shazam, I should say. What else is there? You know, Lightning Lad was a newer body. The Damian Wayne Vampire Robin, that's a newer body. The Black Lightning is a slightly newer body. That was Speeding Bullets! I'm trying to think what else came out. That Metallo from Target, they utilized the old Lex Luthor body, I guess, if you want to switch up stores. But yeah, a lot of old bucks at Walmart this year. Very odd, considering I like some of the newer bucks, despite the fact that I am not a fan of sculpted wrist and ankle balls. I think that shit is stupid. This guy doesn't have that problem, so I don't have any asymmetrical joints. It's great, or any effed up joints, because they put 2 rights on the legs or 2 lefts on the wrists. It's fantastic. I love not getting QC issues. Do you? If not, an idiot. As far as articulation goes, head rotates. He's got really good up. Really good. Tilt side to side. I guess you could say this body's a little newer because it's Endless Winter, not the complete rebirth John Stewart. Shoulders go up, back down, rotate all around. He's got that beautiful butterfly, and unlike Superman, his wasn't stuck. He's got a bicep twist, double elbow. That works just fine. I will say, it gets loose when you do that. Should be worth noting the Vampire Hal Jordan also utilizes body buck. The wrists are on ball hinges, so they will hinge, rotate, and swivel. If you're wondering how hard this hand is to pull out, not very. Be careful you don't tear this, though. This is a soft rubber piece, but it's not exactly the softest thing ever. But, you know, a word to the wise, don't wreck your shit. I'm not paying for it. Don't come crying to me when you do. Torso will lean this far back. I never cared for this cap thing, though. Around his waist. It'll lean that far forward. He'll rotate a little bit. And he will tilt side to side. And of course, you get a lot of range in the waist, too. Because this is like a tube inside of a soft rubber piece. This is one of the earliest examples of that. I want to say Ghostmaker's like that. The Ezreal Batman are like that. So it's a decent design, I guess. Hush is like that, I think. Hush himself, not Hush Batman. Hips will kick out that far. They'll kick forward and back. He has a little tiny thigh quiver in there. He's got it on both sides? Yeah, he's got it on both sides. Works okay. Double jointed knees, nice and tight on him. I like that. Not too gappy either. I will say the diaphragm could be a little tighter, but I'm not going to worry about that. Ankles are on ball hinges, so they will rotate, hinge, and pivot. And he's got toe joints, which are not the tightest thing, but old body buck. Kinda understand why that is. So yeah, I like this figure a little more than the Superman. They're not top multiverse of the year or nothing, but I think it's fun. I think it would have been more complete if he had an effect for his other arm. You know, maybe a lantern. I mean, we don't have a lot of lanterns. And maybe that chest armor piece just to add a little bit more bang for your buck. Maybe even an alt head to make him into a different lantern. But, you know, it's not a collector edition after all. So, yeah, standing him up there. Bringing our two regulars here. Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibilith. He's always dropping that mace. Always dropping. And the infamous looking Spawn, who I want to say he's more neck and neck with Hal Jordan. I think Superman's a little shorter than him. Which, by the way, if you want to be like silly in an awesome way, this jetpack here, if this peg works on the throne Spawn, you can have an awesome Spawn with a necroplasm jetpack. Because this isn't 1994, is it? So, with that being said, it is time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and aside from the boxing glove effect being a little tricky to get on, at least at first, and the fact that, like the Action Comics 1000 Superman we took a look at yesterday, again, check that review out if you haven't already. Really appreciate it if you did. The fine folks over at McFarlane Toys seem to be digging deep into their body buck library and pulling out all the stops from the first year of this line. I mean, really, between this guy, that Superman, and even the Wally West Flash we looked at earlier this year, which utilized the Flash body buck from the first year of this line, and the Vampire Nightwing, which, again, utilized the first Nightwing body buck of this line. It just seems like they're digging deep into the past instead of moving forward and utilizing some of the newer parts in their library, and that's kind of weird because, well, while I understand reuse as much as the next guy, if you got better stuff, use it. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.